and play. What's up, everybody? It's Rob from Bergold Bullies. The reason I was stacking up Kiara and showing you is because, hold on, let me set you back down and talk. It is because, let's angle you this way. Let me see. Sorry about that, getting set up, sinking in the ground between all the snow melting and the mud. Now it's cold again. So, yeah, talking about, come here, girl. Come on, quit eating that yucky stuff. Yeah, talking about this girl, Kiara. She's still just turned into a young woman. Just got out of her pup stage, turned one. Just turned one in February, and when I came home, she's in heat. So she was the first one out of all the young girls that I kept, Octavia, Little Remy, and Kiara for the camp here at Bergold Bullies, off the Mirror and Grimlock litter. Those were the three keepers I kept. From that happening, second heat normally is excitement. Normally it's right on, cool. We're on our second heat. We can look forward to breeding. Well, normally I do breed on the second heat. I did on her mom, Mira. And the reason I did was you were just eating nasty stuff. Now you're kissing my face. Now I gotta wash my face. Sorry. It's never a dull moment. It's cold as shit too. So from there, I can normally get excited and start planning the breeding. Normally, the breeding's already planned. I already have everything picked out. You know, either I'm using a stud fee and I'm either paid in full, or I'm got my lock-in and my half payment is down securing that, or my plans are my studs in my yard. I already know who I got picked, you know, on the first time, when you're already pre-ahead of schedule for when this time comes and you start seeing them going into their second heat. And her mom, Mira, I did breed on her second heat. But these girls, this is where it falls into me being a responsible breeder. And nobody's going to know my dogs better than me. No vet's going to know my dogs better than me on attitude, personality, what triggers them on certain things, and how they act. And knowing basically how mature they are or how old they are. I'm going to know it, and my family's going to know it more than anybody. So when you're a responsible breeder, you have to take in consideration. You can't always follow the second heat rule of thumb. Yes, can I do it? No, I'm not going to do it. And I can tell you why. Okay, these girls been big ever since pups. They've been super big when they came out. My planning on the breeding went down beautiful, perfect. And that was reason why they were bigger. Maturity-wise, their bodies went into their first heat at such a young age. Normally on a second heat of a female, transitioning from puppy into young woman, and I can't even call them a woman yet, especially adult by any means. Normally the first heat is within their 8 month of being a puppy, and more towards turning 1. Okay, some go in the first heat at like 1 years old or at 8 months. These girls went in their first heat at such a young age. Now they're in their second, but they just turned 1 year old. I'm not going to do a breeding because mentally they're not mature enough. They won't know how to basically be a mom and be a mother, which is going to cause more work on me and more worries on me, and also putting her through that just isn't right. If she's not mentally mature enough to be a mother, I'm not going to put that on her, let alone I can't do it. Unfortunately, I got to wait until the next heat, because with Mira, when I did breed her on her second, she was more 1.5, pushing 2 years old. all these young girls, they just turned 1, and now they're going in their second heat. I'm going to have to pass it up. And instead of doing the rule of thumb and wait until the second heat, that also falls under age with me here at Bergold Bullies. You know, other people might make a different decision and might think it's all right, but with me, I know my dogs more than anybody. And if I know they still got a lot of pup in them and they're not just transitioning into young motherhood, not motherhood, but being a young woman, they're not ready for motherhood. That's where I got tongue-tied and spoke before I was thinking. From there, yeah, I like, at least I said, over 1.5 to 2 years old, at least, for them to transition into motherhood, because I need good moms. I need to not worry that something bad's going to happen, something about her not accepting she's a mom, not knowing what to do, push the pups away. I got to bottle feed, then I got to worry about, her hurting the pups in the long run, because in her mind, she doesn't realize she's a mom, and she can end up doing something that could be fatal to the pups. I don't want to go through that, especially it takes money to have pups, and investing money into something that can not be successful and fail is a no-brainer for me. I'm in it to succeed. I'm not in it to fail. Yeah, so that is why I brought Kiara out, and I stacked her up just so you guys can see her. Her just turning 1. She's still, now she's transitioning to young women, being a young woman and not ready for motherhood. I'm not doing the breeding. Came home yesterday and I started seeing signs of blood. She was swelled up, but I just didn't think that was going to happen. And I noticed Octavia is now swelled up. She's going to be the next one, so on and so forth. It's going to start triggering. So with that triggering, it might trigger Mira into going into heat early again. Mira, I am going to do breeding with Mira and Raga. With Mira and Raga, that is going to be an awesome collaboration. It's going to be a lot of loose V, heavy loose V. It's going to have brim blood, because 30 Stilo Brim is Raga's dad. His grandma, Raga's